Keep your hands out of the bag.
Shut the f*** up. I'm getting something, man. Here's my light. Here's my bro. What are you doing, bro?
You're gonna go to the ground. You are gonna go to the ground.
You got this shit on radio, bro.
You didn't pull me over. You didn't pull me over. I came over here.
Lawful stop.
You did not put your blue lights on me not one time. Man, I'm not getting out of here. You gonna drag me out? I'm gonna drag me out. You saying I'm not? You saying dragging me out? You saying dragging me out?
I got it on me.
You saying dragging me out?
I got it on me.
You dragging me out?
Hey. Damn! He disabled!
You ever seen police harass someone just for exercising? Imagine witnessing officers surround and arrest an innocent man simply for jogging while wearing a mask. In today's Audit archive, police escalated a routine welfare check into an unlawful detention, demanding ID without cause. This case shows how quickly constitutional rights can be violated, and you won't believe what happens next. On July 9th, 2024, officers from the Titusville Police Department responded to a 911 call about a suspicious man spotted on the street. Upon arriving at the scene, they questioned witnesses and located him. Things escalated quickly, and the individual was eventually arrested by the cops. The entire incident, including the unlawful arrest, was recorded on the officer's body cameras.
Except for me, he's pretty quiet. He doesn't like people. Yeah.
These bushes?
You want to go on the east side of us?
Oh yeah, right there. What? Oh, that's it. Is that a black guy? Is that black hands? Because it said white male.
How you doing? Going alright. Did you see anybody out here with like a face mask or something?
Yeah.
Did he leave?
There was a guy who had a good radio and blasting that rap crop, and I think he went back.
Okay. All right. We just wanted to make sure because they said they said they were by these bushes, so we wanted to verify
I
it
was
wasn't you.
here. I was watching the launch.
Okay.
And then he came by this way, and I was avoiding him like the plague.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. He went that way.
Two Titusville police officers arrived at the scene in their patrol car and headed toward the bushes, where a sketchy man had reportedly been seen. They approached a woman nearby and asked if she had noticed anything unusual. She described seeing a masked man with a large radio and directed them to his location. The officers jumped into their car and drove straight to the suspect's location. When they arrived, they found two other Titusville police officers surrounding the man and questioning him. That's when things started to go wrong.
I got you, okay? I'm exercising, okay? Can y'all understand that? I'm on a public sidewalk. Maybe, I know you know, you're looking at things, right? But you're not listening. I get it. I came out my... I can't... Nobody's here to listen. It's the IDF.
I'll listen to your story. Ask who you are. You got your ID?
I don't understand. I'm
asking you for your identification.
But that's
we have a lawful reason to stop out with you.
You do have a lawful reason? What is it? What did I do?
What did I do? You, a male matching your description.
That's them. That's on them and you. That's on them and you.
So what I'm telling you, bro, is this goes one of two ways, right?
Is it not?
Do you want to listen? Because no one's been nothing but respectful to you. So we get your ID, or you end up going to jail for resisting.
I don't have my ID on me, brother. That's what I'm telling you. I don't understand what you want, man. I live right there, bro, in Aviles. I just left my house. I'm literally jogging with the radio going, right? I got water bottles all in my backpack, bro. What the f***? Look, guns.
The man told the officers he was on a public sidewalk with a backpack carrying water while exercising. He emphasized his rights and argued that the officers should speak to him without demanding his ID. At that moment, one of the officers asked him about the thing on his head, which was just a mask. He also told officers that he had the right to stay silent and not respond to any questions from the Titusville Police Department. He admitted his appearance might look unusual, but said it wasn't what they thought. When they asked for his ID, he explained he didn't have it with him. The officers wouldn't let it go. One of them said it was a lawful stop, but when the man asked why, the officer gave a vague excuse for responding to a complaint.
Palazzo, cabron, icy yellow, bro. I don't understand. Can I go? I literally don't even feel well.
Get your ID when you can.
I don't have my ID on me, bro. Oh, man, bro. I got... Shut the up. I'm getting something, man. Here's my bro. What are you doing, bro? Hey,
You're gonna go to the ground. You are gonna go to the ground.
Why? You got this on radio? On street, bro? Dale, yeah, man. Aviles, bro. Y'all just want to do this. I'm literally exercising, bro. This is crazy.
No.
Oh, I'm gonna cite your life.
The man became angry because the police did not provide probable cause for their investigation. He pointed out that while they had the right to investigate, he was not legally required to help them. He also made it clear that he was unarmed. The man got frustrated and said he was just jogging and lived nearby, but the officers didn't listen. When he opened his backpack to show his water bottles and explain he didn't have an ID, the officers started putting him in handcuffs. He tried to resist the arrest, but the officers overpowered him and took him away. Meanwhile, another officer searched through his backpack but didn't find anything. The bag contained only water bottles, as the accused repeatedly stated during the investigation.
Name, bro. You already got me in handcuffs. John Joseph Cranfield Jr. I live right there at Aviles with my mom. John. Jay, it's all the thing.
I know, but I'm asking you middle name.
Joseph, bro. Jose P.A. I'm right there.
What's your last name? What's your last name?
C-R-A-N-F-I-L-L.
I'm out at Cherry Plaza.
3/23, 1989. I hate y'all, dog. I despise y'all, bro. 3024, bro. I live right there. For what reason? I'm literally just jogging. This is not, you know, IDF territory. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with you investigating. Follow, see me go home, see me drink water, stop, change my station, and exercise. I don't understand. You know what I'm saying? I'm ugly. I DoorDash with a mask on. I run with a mask on, huh? I don't understand what your issue is. You know it's legal.
Titusville 163.
Quit walking around, bro.
It's legal. I'm literally worked up, bro, and trying to let off mucus without spitting and conversing with y'all. You understand?
You sit right there.
All right, well, you tell me, because I didn't think to ask where to spit. I wasn't being you know what I'm saying? I'm literally,
10-9, you're coming in light.
So, taking him, or are you gonna cut him loose if his stuff comes back?
One of the officers asked him repeatedly if he had a gun, but despite his multiple refusals, they continued pressing him with the same question. Frustrated with how he was being treated, the man asked if he was allowed to say no to their questions, showing how upset he was with the officer's behavior. This behavior violated his Fifth Amendment right, as he was being forced to respond to questions against his will. The man was not charged and released later on because he had no weapon. It was later revealed that the officers involved in this unlawful arrest arrest were Hederman, Jones, Nye, Henderson, and Pollard from the Titusville Police Department. The victim's advocate reached out to the Florida Department of Law Enforcement about the incident, but the FDLE determined that the complaint fell outside of its authority and would be better handled by the Titusville Police Department. The advocate expressed disappointment with the FDLE's response, stating that the issues involved policy and procedure, workmanship, coercion, bias, and what he believed were civil rights violations under the color of law. He emphasized that it was the Titusville Police Department's responsibility to decide what actions should be taken regarding the behavior of their officers. So far, there has been no follow-up or action taken regarding this case of police misconduct and unlawful arrest. The arrest was unjustified, as there was no solid evidence or valid reason to view the victim as suspicious. Acting without proof or a warrant, the officers' aggressive actions violated the victim's Fourth Amendment right, which protects people against unreasonable searches and seizures. A similar incident occurred in the state of Mississippi, where an officer violated the rights of a disabled man. On January 24, 2020, in Tupelo, Mississippi, police officers approached Mr. Raphael Akins in his vehicle in a parking lot and demanded to see his ID and driver's license without providing any clear reason. Mr. Raphael questioned why he was required to show the documents. The officers forcibly threw him to the ground and arrested him. What makes this incident even more troubling is that the man was disabled and struggled with mobility issues. The following footage recorded by Mr. Raphael's wife demonstrates how the situation escalated into police brutality.
Take it with you. You already get out the car.
Huh? Is a problem? I was asking if the problem came and jumped behind me. Oh no, I wasn't honking at you. I wasn't honking at you.
You holler when you come by?
Yeah, my hand made a mistake, hit the wheel.
Oh, I got you.
Oh yeah.
What y'all out doing tonight?
Nothing. Is it a problem?
No, how you doing, man? Or ma'am?
Hey,
How you doing?
good.
Hey, while I got you, let me get your driver's license, proof of insurance.
For what?
You got dark window tint.
Man, you ain't put me up on the road. You just jumped behind me.
Okay, look.
Man, where my phone that recorded? What you got?
Cool.
Where?
Okay, look.
What is it?
You can give me your driver's license.
Why do I gotta?
Go to jail.
Why I gotta give you
What
my?
you want to do?
What law that is?
Okay.
What law that
You
requires?
have dark window tint.
You didn't pull me over. You didn't pull me over. I came
didn't
over
make
here
a lawful
parked.
stop.
You did not put your blue lights on me not one time.
Watch as a misunderstanding arises when officers think Mr. Raphael purposely honked at their vehicle. He steps out of his car to explain that the honking was unintentional and happened because he moved his cane. Despite his explanation, the officers still demanded to see his driver's license. When Mr. Raphael asks why he needs to provide it and under what law, the officer, caught off guard, avoids answering the question. Instead of addressing his concerns, the officer continues to press him for the license, ignoring Mr. Raphael's right to question the validity of the stop.
Man, I'm not getting out of here. You gonna drag me out? I'm gonna drag me out. You saying? I'm not. You saying dragging me out? Don't you? You saying dragging me out?
I got it on record.
You saying dragging me out?
I got it on
He
record.
dragging me out.
Hey, damn! He disabled. You stupid. He disabled. He is a disabled person. He is a disabled person, and you just really just him up.
Put your right hand behind you.
Now, why would you do that?
You got him on record?
Yes, I got it on record. I got it on record right here. Could you get your flashlight out my camera, please, sir? My hands are open. Could you please get your flashlight out my camera? Please. And it's in my eyes. I have seizures, and bright lights cause me to have a problem. I just had 2 seizures earlier today. Do you need my hospital records? Huh?
When the officer realized that the victim knew his rights, he forcibly dragged the disabled Mr. Raphael out of his car. His wife in the car repeatedly told the officer that Mr. Raphael was disabled. He ignored her and continued to abuse his authority. The officers violated the Americans with Disabilities Act, which requires them to provide reasonable accommodations to individuals with disabilities during interactions.
Okay, I got it. That's fine. That's fine. Why he being detained? Why you detaining him?
He did not put no blue lights. He did.
Why is he arrested for what?
What I'm arrested for?
Arrested for what?
Disorderly conduct, failure to comply.
No, sir, he did. How was he disorderly?
How was I disorderly?
I told you to get out of the car.
But I ain't got no right to get out the car. I don't gotta get out no car.
We in the parking lot in this dark, and you didn't put your blue lights on him. How you gonna not fear for his safety?
Do what now?
How you know he don't fear for his safety? He disabled. What am I watching out for? Yes, and we had a prescription for these right here, and we got the prescription. We just got them from Walmart, and here go the thing right here, and here go the thing right here. So yes, we got that right here. We just left Walmart getting them actually.
Keep on recording, baby.
Actually, I am recording it. I am recording it. I am recording it.
What we're gonna do is you're gonna roll over, and then you're gonna tuck your knees.
He's disabled.
Don't worry about it. Just keep recording, baby.
He's disabled.
Keep recording. Real talk.
He's disabled.
You see how he snatched me out the car, didn't he?
He's disabled.
Yup.
Excuse me. Excuse me.
What makes the situation even worse is that another officer nearby deliberately shone his flashlight into the camera, trying to prevent Miss Raphael from recording the police's act of brutality, which is her legal right protected under the First Amendment. This deliberate action not only stopped her from recording, but also raised concerns about police transparency and accountability.
Excuse me. Excuse me, I'm trying to get some recording. Okay. Okay, on Facebook. Okay, I gotta get internet.
Don't worry about it. You gonna get it.
Okay. Excuse me, can you move? You blocking my view. Why you doing that? I have a right to see.
Am I stopping you from recording anything?
You are. What's your badge number?
Baker 12.
Baker 12?
Yes, ma'am.
Who do you work for? Can you get that light out of my face? I have seizures. I keep telling you that. I just have
Baker,
2
where?
episodes.
You don't have no light in your
You're right,
face.
I do. I'm recording. I'm right behind you. I'm right behind you. I'm right behind you. Calm down, baby. Calm down, baby. Calm down, baby. Calm down, baby. Calm down, baby.
Where's his other shoe at?
Okay, I got it. I'm right here on record. On top of the car. On top of the car. On record. On record.
You gonna get his other shoe?
His other shoe?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, I will when I see him get away from him because he fears for his safety and so do I.
Okay.
And I feel like he don't have a lawful reason to stop him. He accidentally blew the horn, actually trying to move his cane out of the way because he's disabled. And y'all pulled up and asked him what was the problem, but it's not a problem, so I don't see how y'all have a lawful. No, okay, he pulled up and asked him, but y'all didn't have any reason in stopping us or asking him for his license and ID. The car was not running, the car was not on. And by the way, he does have license and insurance, so that you know it. So why is he going to jail? He asked him to get out the car. He's disabled. He was just in the hospital for his gout because his feet are swollen. And if you know anybody with gout, you know that it's a problem. So how you gonna rush him out the car? He didn't even give him time to get out the car. He grabbed him. So how you gonna say that he's being disorderly and you didn't give him time to get out the car? That's what I want to know. That's what I need to know.
Now can you find his other shoe since you explained all that to me?
Yeah, I want to know why y'all, I want to know why he's being arrested. Why y'all detaining him. I don't know where his other shoe is at. Maybe y'all should find it. I am.
You got the prescription for that medicine?
Yes, we do. I was just trying to give it to you. I sure can. I sure can. Oh, those are Lowertail 7.5, and I just peeled the thing off of it here. I did.
Are you gonna let me see it? Or you
Oh yes, I can show it to you. I sure can.
Mrs. Raphael asked the police officer blocking her view to step aside because she was recording the entire incident. Moreover, she told the officer her medical condition, that she suffered from seizures, and one of the triggers was bright lights. But the police officer didn't budge and continued pointing a flashlight into the camera until the end. In this case, the officer neglected to offer reasonable accommodations for her medical condition, even after being informed, which also violated her constitutional rights. Mrs. Raphael informed the officers at the scene that Mr. Raphael had recently been discharged from the hospital after suffering from gout, an inflammatory disease that causes joint pain. As a result, he had partially lost mobility and needed a cane to walk. She also pointed out how harshly the officer pulled him out of the car and stated that the police had no right to charge him with disorderly conduct.
And when I'm nervous, I have plenty of things. I peel and I play with them. That's what I do. It's nothing illegal in this car. It's nothing rightful. That's for my kids. That we was trying to get home to when y'all was taking him to jail.
Come on back here. What's your name?
My name? Why? You asking me my name?
Well,
I haven't done anything wrong. I haven't committed a crime. But I haven't committed a crime. I thought you have to be trying or have a probable cause of a person committing a crime. I don't give you permission to search that car neither. You didn't ask me. You just went to searching. You went to.
You see me searching?
Yeah, you looking. You looking. I'm just making sure that I get it on record. Hold on, sir. What am I under arrest for? See, now you been roughing me. I just left. Excuse me, sir.
What I tell you to do?
You told me to stand back here. That's what I did. I didn't move. Excuse me, sir. I did not move. So, can you tell me why you arrested me?
The officer escorted the man to his vehicle and placed him in handcuffs. Mrs. Raphael tried her best to calm her husband, but both were deeply upset by the abuse of power. She even showed the officers her bill of receipts as proof that they hadn't done anything illegal. She told them that they visited the nearby Walmart to get some groceries. As if one unlawful arrest wasn't enough, the officers demanded the woman move to the back of the car and arrested her when she refused to identify herself. The man's response to the officer did not justify the use of force. The officer had other options, but chose to react unnecessarily to Mr. Raphael's resistance. Instead of handling the situation calmly, the officer slammed the man to the ground with excessive force, which was against constitutional rights. The case ended when Mr. Raphael appeared in court on August 13, 2020, and was cleared of all charges, being found not guilty. This ruling showed there was no evidence to support the accusations and pointed out the wrongful actions of the officers. Although the case was dismissed, the experience still had a lasting impact on Mr. Raphael. In many instances of police misconduct, cops do make hilariously bizarre arrests, and one such case happened in Florida on September 8, 2024, in Palm Beach, where a young black man, Mr. Reynolds, was given a citation for spectating a car show by an officer from the Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office. The officer was identified as Deputy Comless. The following body-worn camera footage of Deputy Comless at the scene showcases the initial interaction with the individual.
Deputy County Sheriff's Office, you're being stopped for spectating, racing, and burning out. I need your ID, please.
I'm being what?
You're being detained. I need your driver's license, please, for citing for spectating on racing and burning out.
Who says I was spectating?
We have you on video, sir. I need your license, please.
So it's illegal to watch?
Yes, sir. It's a moving violation.
It's a moving violation?
Yes, sir. I need your license, sir.
Okay, and so you're telling me it's...
I'm not going to ask you again, sir. I understand you can record. I'm recording as well. I need your license, please, and then we can discuss further.
It began when the officer stepped out of his vehicle, approached Mr. Reynolds, and stopped him without providing a clear reason. Mr. Reynolds' facial expression showed obvious confusion over the unjustified stop. The officer claimed it was a moving violation to watch racing and burnouts, implying that simply being a spectator at a car show was illegal. Since Mr. Reynolds had already been filming his day at the car meet, he continued recording his interaction with the officer, which was his legal right under the First Amendment.
Okay, so you're telling me that if I do not give you my license, you'll arrest me?
You will subject to arrest, yes, sir.
Okay.
Yeah, you've got 3 on the other side walking westbound online.
And what statute is that?
I'll look up the exact statute.
So on the threat of arrest, I will provide my information.
Thank you, sir.
What's your name and badge number?
Deputy Calmus, ID 20186. And Mr. Rayner, is this your current address?
Yep.
What is it?
That's it.
What is it, sir?
You have the ID right there.
I'm asking you to confirm your address, sir.
It's whatever's there.
Thank you.
The officer went a step further by threatening to arrest Mr. Reynolds if he didn't provide his driver's license. Despite the threat, Mr. Reynolds remained respectful, complied with the officer's demands, and handed over his license. However, when he asked under which law he was being detained, the officer was unable to provide an answer. He said that he would look up the exact statute and let him know. This violated the Fourth Amendment right of Mr. Reynolds, as he was stopped and detained without probable cause or reasonable suspicion of a crime.
So yeah, I'm here in the Chili's parking lot on State Road 7 by Wellington. But I'm just calling you to let you know that. So we have a car show, but it's illegal to spectate somehow.
How is it illegal to spectate? What the?
Excuse me, can I ask you something? Sure. So we came to a car show.
I have no knowledge about what you stopped for.
Were you stopping other people for the same thing?
I'm standing right here talking to you.
What's your name and badge number?
Schultz 30545.
30545. Schultz.
While Deputy Comless went to his car to issue the citation for Mr. Reynolds, he called his wife to explain the entire encounter. She was understandably shocked by the unlawful detainment. Meanwhile, another officer walked by and approached Deputy Comless's car. Mr. Reynolds called her over and asked about the law regarding spectating a car show, but she simply walked away, saying she had no idea why he was stopped. This response seemed unprofessional. When Mr. Reynolds pressed her for more information, she identified herself as Officer Schultz.
Citation as well as a traffic ticket guide. Just gonna get how to take care of the citation itself, okay? You have a question for me, sir?
Yeah, I do. I got plenty of questions. But first and foremost, so like how I'm recording you right now in a public space, which is my rights to do so according to the Constitution. My question.
Citing the Constitution, I told you is okay for your record.
Let me ask the question. So if there's a car behind me, like that Camaro that is behind me right now, you're telling me I can be cited for recording that?
When there's an organized event like that, yes.
What do you mean? Well, the whole point of the event was for people to record, so I was in there recording. So is that against the law?
No, not until they're actually on here, street racing and whatnot, that you're actively participating, sir.
Hold on 1 second.
And you were asking for the statute's on the citation itself.
Okay, so you said when they were street
I've already
racing.
answered your question, sir.
No, I'm just making sure. You said when they were
street
racing, that's what made it illegal, right?
I've already answered your question, sir. There was, sir. Several cars were pulled over down the street. They also burned out in front of you that I'm sure you have on your video.
I don't have any of that on camera.
Okay, that's fine.
And if you had that on your recording, then you're lying.
Okay, sir. Again, on the citation, you have 3 options to take care of the ticket. Pay the fine, let you go to traffic support, or let you go to traffic school. All right? Have a good day.
Later, it was revealed that Mr. Reynolds was unlawfully detained under the Florida statute 316.191, which states that it is illegal to be a spectator at any drag race. While there is a law that prohibits drag racing, the punishments for violating this law do not apply in Mr. Reynolds' case at all. It is because the video recorded by Mr. Reynolds clearly shows that no racing took place. There was no evidence of drag racing or street takeovers. Drag racing refers to a race where vehicles move side by side to compare their speeds, but in Mr. Reynolds' case, all the cars were being driven at a limited speed, and no reckless driving was involved. Despite this, Deputy Comless still issued a citation to Mr. Reynolds. The officer could have handled the situation differently by reviewing the evidence, listening to the individual's explanation, and ensuring the citation was justified before taking action. The incident shows clear problems with police overreach and the violation of civil rights. So far, there have been no updates on any legal action or consequences for the officers involved. This lack of follow-up raises concerns about transparency and fairness in law enforcement. One more case happened where an undue arrest of an individual was made by officers in Connecticut. On December 25, 2024, officers from the police department arrived at a house to initiate an investigation. When questioned about their presence, one of the officers explained that they were responding to a noise complaint and a potential DUI case. Tensions escalated quickly as more police cars continued to arrive at the scene. The following footage, recorded by one of the young individuals present, captures the moments of the interaction between the officers and the group on site.
Y'all on our property. Y'all need to leave. Y'all don't need to be here. We not going nowhere. This is our property. We know the law. You can't tell us nothing.
You gonna talk about
we got our lawyers.
Go back
so
inside.
No, we're on our property.
If we was on the street,
if we were on the government street, that's different. This is our property.
We're conducting an investigation.
No, y'all not. He's in the yard. The music was loud. It's turned down now. Y'all just need to go.
He needs to identify himself.
Identify himself for what?
On the property?
It's
for the
crazy.
violation of
What
the law.
violation? Please tell me what.
On the property?
Violation of the noise ordinance.
Yeah, noise ordinance, please. The noise is down. What
Also
noise?
for the DUI.
What DUI?
He's not
Smoking
driving.
weed and he's driving a car.
The car's not moving.
How's he driving? His car is on. It's in the yard.
The car's not moving.
Come on, come on.
Step back.
Almost Christmas, y'all, that is not unnecessary.
Hey, it's okay. This is all unnecessary. Go back inside the house.
We don't have
if
to.
he identifies himself to us, then we can be on our way.
Okay.
You understand?
Well, he ain't going to, so y'all just gonna be mad.
Watch as officers from the police department arrive at the front yard of a private property and begin an investigation. The young individuals on the scene, knowing their rights, informed the officer that they were on private property, not a public space, and had the legal right to be there. The officer argued that they were violating the noise ordinance, but the group had already complied with by lowering the volume. However, it appeared that the officers were attempting to misuse their authority by pressing charges against one of the individuals in the front yard. This raised concerns about possible racial discrimination, which would be a violation of the Equal Protection Clause of the 14th Amendment, which prohibited law enforcement from targeting individuals based on race.
Get on our property.
What's your name?
Like what? Back up. Do not take another step towards me.
Okay,
Listen,
but you doing all of this for unnecessary. Like
We're conducting the
charging at
investigation
you.
here.
He's
Well,
been parked here. Our cameras on the house.
He
wasn't driving.
He
though,
wants
he
to
said
stop.
DUI.
If he wants to identify himself to us, then we'll be on our way.
All right, listen.
They got more police cars pulling up too.
They got more. Listen here. I am asking what is the problem? Why
have-
are you guys here?
We are conducting an investigation
Of a
into
parked car inside the yard.
Hold on.
Make him talk.
You guys want to shut up long enough to listen?
Listen.
Go ahead.
We got called here. We didn't choose to come here.
Okay. What is the matter?
You got called here for a noise
Who
complaint.
called you here?
I don't care. It doesn't matter.
No, this is not how it works.
Yes, it is.
No,
how it works.
it's not.
We
how
get
it
called
works.
here.
Listen,
We conduct
listen.
our investigation.
Okay. What is the problem?
The problem is the driver of this car will not identify himself to us.
Well, he was-
and
No,
he's
what-
required by law to do so because we are investigating a crime.
Just so you know,
What
the video, the car was
the
parked,
crime
the car was
is
not
a
moved.
violation of our noise ordinance and also a DUI.
What DUI? Ain't not even driving the car.
Listen.
Car was
You
moved.
guys
The
can
car's
argue
been
that in
parked.
court.
Hey,
If
listen,
he
you know?
identifies himself to us, we can be on our way.
But you're saying DUI.
We don't know.
No, he's
Listen,
going to
no.
identify
You're talking about some
himself.
drive-
You're going
the
to
car-
stay right there.
Hey, what?
Yo, man, yo, turn
The car, the part.
You know the law. The law says that he's operating this motor vehicle right now.
Excuse me.
Can you
No,
it doesn't matter. No, you don't. You obviously don't know the law.
But the car didn't move.
Doesn't
No, but
matter.
you're on my
You're not gonna tell me what to do.
No,
You're
you're
not gonna tell
not.
me what to do.
Just like how y'all can't tell us what to do.
Listen. It doesn't matter whose property it is. I'm staying here, okay? Finish your conversation here.
No. Our safety is paramount here. You people
What
are being
about our
uncooperative.
safety?
You're talking about
our property.
You are being uncooperative.
Alright,
All he's been doing is identify himself.
DUI for parked
Are you going to tell him to identify himself?
Listen,
It's Christmas. Go ahead.
Okay?
if I said I want to go to him to talk to him, I can. I have that right.
I'm
Can
gonna
I go to him?
what are you going to tell him?
I am going to tell him what I need to tell him.
Which
And
is?
find out the problem. Because look how much
Right, this is the problem that you guys are creating.
What is the problem?
The problem is
Bro,
we can't
listen.
identify this person who's the suspect in a
I
crime.
said, what is the crime? What crime?
I have explained that to you twice now.
What's the crime?
The crime is a violation of our noise ordinance and a DUI.
DUI. What DUI? He was never driving.
During the encounter, the officer repeatedly mentioned a possible DUI case and demanded the individual's identification and driver's license. As more officers and family members got involved, the situation escalated. In an attempt to de-escalate, one of the individuals at the scene accompanied the officers to the car to encourage the person under the influence to identify himself. This unlawful demand violated individuals' rights to privacy and protection from unreasonable searches, as guaranteed by the Fourth Amendment.
This isn't our fault.
When you get,
All right, look, he's coming out. Tell him they're running his name.
he got his name already. Then why y'all?
They're running his name. But y'all just got his name.
So they're arresting them?
Right, bro, come on. We just gave you his name, bro.
We're going to finish our investigation.
So you're detaining him then?
Yes.
Okay.
For what?
No, he's being detained. He's not being arrested.
He asked?
What? I'm asking where the keys are at.
The man under the influence came out of the car and the police detained him, but the chaos remained. One of the guys explained the entire situation, that the car could be turned on using a remote, and that's what happened. They went outside and the drunk man sat in the car and it wasn't turned on by him.
What
not get permission to search.
I don't like that little short one.
We have probable cause to search the car.
What probable
cause? I'm not going to argue with you on that. Okay?
Can you?
Could you go write the ticket and just get the up out of here? He gave you his name. Like, damn, hurry up.
Inside the house and
no, this is our property, bro.
The lieutenant repeatedly ordered them to go inside, which violated their First Amendment right to record and observe public officials in the course of their duties. Under the First Amendment of the U.S. Constitution, individuals have the right to peacefully observe and document law enforcement actions in public or on their private property as long as they are not interfering with the investigation. In the end, the police unlawfully arrested the man under the influence, despite lacking legal justification. Witnessing this injustice, the victim's associates were prepared to take legal action to challenge the wrongful arrest and hold the officers accountable for their misconduct. As of today, there is no follow-up about this case, and no updates have been provided regarding any potential legal actions or consequences for the officers involved. Be sure to check out our previous video where we cover another outrageous police encounter.